Hello, my dear, and welcome to our 5 minutes with Ekaterina war vlog from Dnipro, the central Ukraine. This week, regretfully, I cannot tell you anything positive about what's going on because the bombings that were a little bit quiet last week, they started to intensify now, and every day there are news about the attempt to attack the city, and anti-missile system is working, but sometimes it's working not as it should work, and there are arrivals, which means that the rocket hit some place. And not always you can verify or you will know where the rocket fell. Because not all the information is easily accessible online, which is normal because it's war, and especially if rockets hit the target, the government would not like to disclose this information, so the enemy wouldn't have the chance to correct it, and maybe if it was not that precise, to basically to correct themselves and to hit what they wanted to hit. And in terms of bombing, for Russians, they were successful because the energy infrastructure suffered a lot. And according to the prognosis that we had even in spring, the summer in terms of electricity will be a very challenging season. Of course, when you think about the winter, you think about the heating, you think that the light day, the Sunday is shorter, and you need to turn on the electricity all the time. But in summer, now in the morning, it's already 26 degrees Celsius, and during the daytime, it's already 30, it can be 32, specifically in Dnipro, because it's different. Ukraine is a big country, and it's not the same everywhere. But when you have 30 plus, it's very hot. And at some point in summer, the heat is so bad that during the night time, it will be also 26, 28, and the houses, they are very hot inside. It's very difficult to stay inside. And for example, for many years, my family resisted buying the AC, and for a variety of reasons, not only economic reason, but for a variety of reasons. But a few years ago, right before the invasion, we decided to buy it because it's too hot, and it's impossible. In July, it's impossible to stay indoors without the AC, and outdoors, of course, it's the same because it's like over 30. And now people are starting to use it, and there are pretty strict directives from the government, and it's advised not to use ACs. They already banned them in the governmental offices. Now businesses are using them from time to time, but it's also starting to be illegal, and there are rumors that there will be fines if they discover that somebody is using the AC. And of course, if you think about the war, you're like, why would she tell us about this situation? Is that because somewhere it's pretty critical not to overheat the premises, and that's one thing. And the other thing is that AC consumes a lot of the electricity. So if you want the air conditioner, and it's not the luxury in Ukraine now, especially in the Dnipro region, it's more like a necessity, especially if you live in the city. That means that the electricity level will go up, and you will overuse the permitted allowed levels of the electricity. And that means blackouts. Basically, effectively, it means blackouts, and they already started. Every day there will be 2-3 hours so far without the electricity, and this time will probably increase when it will become even more hot, and people could not avoid using them. That's in terms of civilians' life, and the mood is very bad because there is a new mobilization law enforced, and it's pretty strict. Many people who don't want to serve in the army, they're very unhappy, and they have to go to the military recruiting offices to update their data, and sometimes it's they're pretty hard situations. Thankfully, not in Dnipro. In Dnipro, it's more or less okay, but in other regions of Ukraine, the authorities they are overusing their power, and you can see the things when people are caught at the streets and that they're brought forcibly to update their data in the military units, which of course is not okay. And that means that people are upset over the electricity outages, people are upset over the new mobilization law. People are very upset about what's going on at the front line, and it's something that we don't want to think about. My friends abroad, they say, oh, but in Kharkiv everything is good. No, it's not good, regretfully. It's better than it used to be. Because when the invasion to Kharkiv region started, you remember that I went silent, I was pretty shocked, and it was a terrifying moment. But now it is the full front lines of front zone, and now we have like three hot points of the opened conflict or opened war, and it used to be two. So it used to be the fight for Donetsk, the fight for Zaporizhia region slash Energodar, the Zaporizhia nuclear station, and now the third front line has opened near Kharkiv, which means that the resources are spread now. And if you can see that in Kharkiv situation is stable, but there are fights, we are losing people there. Then in Zaporizhia direction, in Donetsk direction, which you also can think as Dnipro direction, the situation is not that good, and we need to think of what to do in case that more villages, more small towns will be invaded. So far, they move, Russians move very slow, but they are moving inwards, they are moving inside of Ukraine. And I heard different ideas, I heard different thoughts about the situation when Russians will just stop and just hold their positions, or even that Ukrainians will start to counterattack and try to regain the territories. We will see what happens in the nearest future, but again, right now there's nothing good and positive that I would see from inside. And the mood of the people is respective, so it's pretty upsetting. The thing that has changed, I was talking with my friend today, and he was talking to his friend, so it's like a tale of a tale. But we started to notice that in Europe, actually, the mood is also going down, mostly, as we understand, for the economical reasons. So the war in Ukraine finally started to hit Europe economically and to hit the situation. And I know that probably if you're watching me now, you're abroad, not in Ukraine, meaning abroad, thinking about like comparing with Ukraine. And that means that probably in your country you also have not the best economical situation. And this is directly connected to the war in Ukraine. It's not far, it's not distant. It disrupted so many things, so many uh, chains of supply that, of course, economically it backfires. So now it's more than just Ukraine and just our battlefield. And it doesn't make us happy. It doesn't make Ukrainians happy because it used to be like a safe place. You're just crossing the border and you see smiling people, nothing is going on. And now it's not the case. So the war is slowly coming to Europe, firstly economically, and hopefully with the help of resources we will stop the hot war, the opened fire in Ukraine. And that's the update, and I really wish it would be more positive, and I really wish the situation improves, so summer will be very important, if not decisive, in this war, and hopefully the next time we will meet it will be a little bit better. So thank you so much for watching, thank you for your help, thank you for caring about us, for supporting Ukraine, and I really hope to see you very soon under much better circumstances. Goodbye for now.